So what I'm talking about this week, we are starting a track, we're going to work at a track that I started two Hotknife's house sessions ago. We just built a track from the ground up, started off with the bass and guitar on it, obviously, and now we're just really adding the bells and whistles, all the kind of stuff that I would say builds the tension, and in many cases just really tops it off, makes it quite a deep sound as well. A lot of the risers and hits and things like that, and these are all very important. Maybe we'll throw in some extra keys stuff as well, but the bulk of the rhythm of this song is all in there. So I'm just checking on my feed here, making sure everything's working. There you are. There we are indeed. Hey, how about that? Knox556. Yes. How are you? Good man. Anyway, so yeah, let's get a listen to the track that I've been working on. So we're going to continue working on this track today. Now, by the way, a wee disclaimer there. See these fucking USB connected sound cards? They always fuck up on you, which is exactly what happened there. Excuse my French. Anything with a USB connection, I find, is a bit unreliable when it comes to audio equipment. Probably better with a Thunderbolt connection or something, but Apple keep changing all their input ports, and then suddenly you find they bring out a new computer and your old sound card can no longer take that, code or whatever. But anyway, so, right, talking about the track, here we are. Right, this is the track that we've been working on. I've just loosely called it Shizzle. So, let's get a wee listen to what we got here. Yeah, so you get the idea. Dum, dum, dum. You notice as well there, I turned the mic on just at the end. If you're listening, you hear a bit of difference in sound. Pardon me. Thing is, I'm sitting in front of my studio setup here, which is why this side looks like my mum's house, like I always say. But yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm pretty much got my head in between the speakers, as is the mic which I'm using. I'll try and not make any noise. There we go. That's what I'm recording my vocal on there as I'm talking. So it gets blasted quite loud with the speakers and it takes in the room sound when I play the two together. I'll show you what I mean here. I'll play it together with the mic on, and then as I switch the mic on, you'll see the difference in the sound. Here we go. And on, the mic's on, and then I switch it off. Yeah, so you'll probably hear a difference in sound there. That basically is a reason why it might sound a wee bit boxy at times, so occasionally I switch my mic on and off. All I need to do is remember and switch it back on again. That's why I write notes to myself like this. Mic. There we go. And my gut actually switched that on there. That's quite impressive. Watch this. Anyway, right then. So, no, sorry, I don't need you. I do not need you. I just need people to say yo. So on the chat, say yo. Here we go. Yes, indeed, if you are out there, drop me a line. We are live. Anyway, right, so I say this track here is basically a, yeah, good time disco kind of vibe to it. Just something I came up with on the spot. I mean, let's get a wee look at what we've got going on in the channels. Yeah. Lots of percussion. Big disco snare. Now, the live bass I put on. And I've got an air guitar. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. A wee bit rough, these guitars in general, but I mean, I will do them again. That's all part of the details I fret over at the end. When you're doing something creatively, just get stuck in, you know what I mean? Roll your sleeves up and get involved in it. Don't worry too much, I would say, about getting labeling everything and whatnot. I mean, you need to at a certain stage or you get really messed up, but yeah, just get stuck in, get the vibe down, and then you can fine tune it later, because often when you're in that zone, that's when you get all the bulk of the track down, you know. So that's what I've done there. That's my excuse anyway, because I've obviously just been thrashing it down and just got stuck in. Anyway, what else have we got here? Nile Rodgers type guitar pattern in stereo. Yeah, in stereo, very important. Stereo. Been around for a while, let's make use of it. Yeah, so always double track these mid-range instruments, you know. Just sounds so much bigger. Who's on the chat here? Kane Chambers, yo, yo. I say yo, yo, yo. How about that? Anyway, right, here we are. Tell me, are you a producer, man? Are you just checking it out? Tell us a wee bit about yourself. Kane Chambers, man. Anyway, so here we go. Right. Oh. Nice big space. This is my outer space reverb. I do actually own this in the version of Logic that I use, but this is, at the moment, I've just got a demo version up. Like I say, I'm running off Logic 10, which is not what I normally use. It's just because I use this on the platform which I stream from. So this here, fantastic stuff, man. I'm always on about it. Just really fills the space in. Big dub delay, like I say. Your man, Lee Scratch Perry. My favourite, King Tubby. Big on these things. Yeah, beautiful. I love that sound, man. That's also got a tremolo with that. You need to be careful with that thing as well. If you leave the intensity open on it, it just starts feeding back, and it's like I don't know, like some sort of demonic possession of your computer setup. Anyway, what's happening on the chat here? Kane Chambers, yes, I'm a producer. Newish. Good, so interested in what you're doing. Thank you very much, Kane Chambers, man. We'll ask away if you've got any questions and things, because this is what I like to do. I run this place as a professional recording studio, and I don't always get the time to kind of, you know, a lot of people ask me questions and they'll email me and stuff, you know, I don't always get the time to. This is a good place. This is why I direct people to this, so they can really come and, you know what I mean, ask away if there's anything that they're needing to know, especially relating to what we're doing as well. Can talk you through it. So anyway, right, that is the Roland Space Echo, Outer Space it's called. It's a copy, and you know, you don't have to worry about servicing it, you know, which is a big thing with analog equipment, let's not forget. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I call the airy-fairy bit, that kind of, you know, space disco. We're all kind of moving through time before we get down to some good, hard funkin', as in funk. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it just gives you a break. Sections like that really just, yeah, they kind of let you chill for a bit before it get back straight on the dance floor. So this song, I mean, I'm probably going to use this as well, I'm not probably going to use it, I'll definitely use it because I'm quite enjoying it. So I've been working on this at the moment. We're going to continue working with this today, but already in the riff, something I'm noticing, I might tease this riff out a wee bit further. It just seems to maybe resolve too soon. I'll tell you what I mean in just a second. Right, when the riff goes dun dum bum 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 bum, but I'm gonna maybe span it out so it doesn't go up to that chord change like bum 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 bum. Then take up dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. It just spans the riff out a bit longer. You don't get kind of I hate to use the term bored with it, but that's what I mean. Basically, you don't get kind of that's enough of that riff. Too many songs have got really annoying riffs for me, you know. But music, one man's pleasure, another man's poison. But Eric Prydz, I can't stand that song. Call on Me. For me, it's not a good enough sample to continue and continue and continue. It just kind of irritates me a bit more every time I hear it. And that's what I always think about samples. If you're not careful, if you don't have something that really works for a number of bars, it can become really irritating, especially if you're producing it. If you're making 1,000, say you listen to this 1,000 times, you know what I mean, which is easy if you're getting, you're really taking it to a proper production level, especially if you work with a band, then you need to really be turned on by what you're doing. You need to enjoy it. You know, anyway, what's happening on the chat here? Lots of chat happening tonight, guys. Good on yous. So you always double up to give it more stereo sound. Ken Chambers, yeah, are we talking about the guitar? Yeah, absolutely. It gives a real, anything in the mid-range, anything like, you know, kind of keyboards and guitars and stuff, there's a lot of room for that. If you think about it on the bass end of anything you do, like in a piano, for the best example, yeah, a piano, you don't hit, you know, a chord in the bass because it's too muddy down there. You only get room for one note, maybe two notes, maybe the root note and the fifth note, if you know theory, you know what I'm talking about. But at best, two notes down there. But you've got room for a lot of different notes in the mid-range. That's because bass is a kind of lonely beast that sits on its own, especially like bass and bass drums. You know, you got to be careful with them because they can conflict with each other sometimes if they're competing for the same note. There's only really one note happening down there. But in that mid-range, let's say guitars, keyboards and stuff, you know, there's a lot of area you can put stuff in. So guitars, absolutely, we make that nice and left and right. That kind of, I'll show you here. This, yeah, because it's the, you know, it's the actual difference in the sound, the slight kind of the fact that they're slightly different. That's what makes the sound fat. That's what makes it. So it's, you know, if you take one sound and put it over left and right and delay one side, you're going to get a weird kind of phase sound. So two genuine takes of guitar will have their own intricacies that really makes that different. So anyway, let's hear it. You'd always double up to get more stereo sound. What about kick drums? Double up too? Yes, on kick drums, funny you should mention that because, yeah, I would say kick drums, you can have a couple of kick drums, but make sure you're using kick drums of the same note. Or maybe have one that's got a lot of attack in it, a lot of front end punch, and then another one that's got a long tail on it, you know, and then you blend the two. And don't be frightened to use the channel delays as well, just to move things back milliseconds. Sometimes a sample starts at a different place and another sample. What I mean by that is you might get one sample that starts 100 milliseconds after the start of the file, and you might get one sample that starts 10 milliseconds. So, I mean, well, that's probably a bit of exaggeration, but still, if you're getting that, then, you know, and you will get that, you'll get phasing issues, you know. So if you go into your bass drums and you delay the channel delay, like I say, in the left-hand side there on one of the sounds, you'll hear the difference in pitch, or the difference in kind of punch, I should say. You get more bass drum, you get more note, sometimes you get a shorter note, but experiment with those things. Anyway, so, yeah, so what are we doing with this riff? Just I'm going to, before I answer any more chat, thank you, by the way, guys, for your chat. Keep the questions coming in. See if I go into this now. I'm going to change the length of the riff, I'm saying. So, this is all, I had this in my other version of Logic the other week, which is the one I actually use, and I have all my plugins. So what I had to do then is that, because it was a pre-record last week, I'd done it in the actual screen that I use my Logic, which is an older version of Logic, and as a result, an older version of the Mac operating system. But, yeah, so we were on Logic 9. So I rendered all the channels where I used some Waves plugins, Waves guitar amp. That's the one I normally use for my guitar sounds. So it's mostly just them, but I effectively rendered all the tracks. So let's get this riff sorted. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Right. Tell you a wee tip here. Now I've got all these channels stacked on top of each other. How do I go in and operate? Dr. Gregor, Dr. Hotknife, about to operate. There we go. Yeah, so what I do is I sometimes put a dummy channel in here. It just gives me a bit of room to kind of, yeah, operate. So, and then we go and just go into a little scissor symbol. Yeah, good tongue twister there. So I've split that into 4 sections, yeah. I'm going to maybe take this other section out because I'm pretty sure that's just a repeat of the same bass line. Yeah, I'm going to make a longer section out of this. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to stick to that first part of the bass line longer. Just teases it out. This is what people have been doing with dance samples for years, man. You know, this is how we really kind of make the sound of, I would say, of a dance record. Taking one small area and just repeating it to death in some cases. Like Call On Me. I really don't like that tune, sorry. Anyway, I'll try and keep my opinions out of this. Music is, you know, everyone's got an opinion, you know, so that's all it is. It's an opinion at the end of the day, man. You know, so let's bang this bass out. Here we go. What we got? So let's see that again. Right. You know what I done there? I actually chopped. That wasn't even the bloody bass part. There we go. How can I be so silly? It was. Oh, rookie error, guys. Happens. It's a live stream. See, I can face palm all I want when you guys aren't actually watching me. But here, it just makes me look like an incompetent dickhead, which I may well be. But I do a good impression of pretending not to be one. Anyway, so yeah, for the bass, I am looking for here. Where have I put it? There is the bass there, Gregor, you numpty. Yep, okay, So let's do that again. Let's chop that bass into small sections, and then we're going to... Basically, it's almost like... trying to think how you describe it. It's like, you know, it's like halving something to kind of... I would say opening up a pita bread. There's a good example. Yeah, terrible example. But yeah, making the whole thing bigger. You know what I mean? We're kind of basically taking one area, cutting it out, spanning it out, and just making the riff longer. So instead of getting 2 bars out of the riff, we get 4 bars. Instead of getting 4 bars out of the riff, we get 8 bars, etc., etc. So that first bit there, we want to use that a lot, okay? We're going to chop all these bits in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. We're going to separate, that's, I believe, a 4-bar section, yep, into 4 individual bars. So I want to repeat that first bit of bass line, I like that, so we're going to keep that going. Put these out of the way here. Yeah, that's quite cool. I like that, man. That's gonna it spans out the bass a bit more. I like that note there, bump, 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 bump. So I'm just gonna take that section there, just drop it in here. There we go. Make sure I'm on the right channel. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Just gives a wee bit of attitude in there. Oh, make sure I don't move all these at once. I'm good at that. Moving all the files at once, and you go back and go, why has this got a big massive area here? Because I've messed up. Yep, that's good. Okay, we're liking that. Don't want to go back there. This is me just chopping up the riff and just making it a wee bit different, spanning it out further. I need to do the same with the guitar riffs as well. Yeah. So each of the end of 4 bars, it's got something interesting. And this I might take this wee note here. Yeah, that is our section there. I'm going to glue that back together. There we go. Create that section. Yes, I want to create that. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to take that note out as well. Bum. Yeah, I don't like that one in there. You'll see what I mean in a second. Zap, zap. Cool. I like that. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, I'm going to use that as the bass line. Now, that's just me slightly changing, like I say, the actual guitar riff that I had before. The guitar riff was more like this. Bum, 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 bum. So it's going up to that change a bit quicker. Yeah, so I was fanning that out a bit and just turning it into this. Who's on the chat? Say yo! Say yo! There we go. Say yo! Yeah, so that's better. I like the sound of that. That's just, there's more mileage in it. We can listen to it longer because we've kind of, I don't know, doubled it if you like. Probably get double the time out of the riff coming up. Right, so takes up to about here. So what I'm going to do is double that guitar riff in a similar fashion. Now just glue this back together. It's handy to work with kind of, you know, sections that last a bar or start quite, you know, that starts right on bar 9, finishes right on bar 17. That's like a perfect 8-bar section, and the edges are right up to the edge here as well. That's important. See, just to kind of get these things and fan them out a bit, you know, if you need to lengthen them, that's so easy. If you make a wee mistake and you get a slight beat out, you move that over a few bars and suddenly it's all gone out of time. So make sure you clip your sections. I like to kind of bounce a lot of little drum hits or whatever. I like to bounce them into a 1-bar section, because what that allows me to do then is just kind of copy it out or put it on another channel or whatever. Anyways, who is saying... Who's in the house? Yep. Okay, good guys. So right, here we go. So I'm just going to make the guitar riff do the same thing up until this point here. Okay, so let's chop up that guitar riff in a similar fashion. And then I'm going to throw some kind of background effects. That's what I really want to show you doing today, the kind of risers and things like that. Things that just add a wee bit of flavour to the track. The meat and the potatoes of most tracks are quite similar, but it's how I think it's the clothes that you put it in, you know, as in the kind of, you know, all the gimmicks you use, if you like, that make it different, you know. So I'm just going to try and get rid of this sidebar here. And remember how this happens. There we go. Yep. So here we go. So, bum, bum. Yes, we are most certainly live tonight because things are going wrong. But yeah, don't worry, we're back on it here, guys. No, I think I'm just getting a wee bit of strange bugs in the Mac, which is not like the Mac because the Mac's normally very reliable. So it's one of them things that I'll need to kind of unearth and figure out what's going on. But who is on the chat here? Yes, thank you very much. I'm glad I won that raffle, guys. Very kind of you. But anyway, yep, so who is here? Say yo. Tell me what you're up to. Are you producers? Are you tuning in just for a nosy? Do you want to find out something that'll help with your own productions? You let us know, guys, okay? So just, like I say, drop me a message. Say yo. Anyway, here we go. I believe we're just... Yeah! Back online, guys. Anyway, good stuff. Thank you, and thank you for those who stuck by us there because, yeah... That was inconvenient, just as when I get 30 viewers there. Anyway, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Yes, indeed, right. There goes the Space Echo on its endless trip around the ecosphere. Anyway, okay, right, so yeah, like I say, I was changing the riff on the guitar a wee bit there, guys. Something I'll probably do. I mean, these guitar parts, they're not totally set. It's something I'll revisit. I like to kind of redo things till they're absolutely perfect. If you've got the option of doing something when you're... when you're producing and it's your own studio, you're on your own time, it can be advantageous in many ways, as in you can get it right, but sometimes when you're trying forever to get the perfect thing, you can just lose track of what's important, and that's really the vibe on the track and getting a good feeling from it. You know, absolute musical perfection on an instrument in a track's not necessarily what you're looking for as well. Bit of movement makes it soulful. Anyway, so what else? Okay, so I'm just going to drop that guitar riff. Anywhere that kind of bass riff features, we are going to replace it with this new, slightly longer guitar riff that I've just made there. Okay, guys, hello. Yes, indeed, you're tuned to Hotknife's house. Live music production session. Feel free to jump on the chat there. Tell me what you're up to. What you're up to on a Friday night. It's caused you to come and watch me. You get stood up. But hey, I've always got love for you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm here for you guys. Okay. Anyway, so, yeah, let's replace this guitar riff like I was saying. Yeah. Now, what I've done the other week is I more or less copied out the same section a number of times. When I start off a track, I like to have an intro for about 8 to 16 bars or so. Then I have a kick in, and then like a kind of chorus section. And then after that, I'll maybe repeat it 3 times. And that gives me an instant structure. Almost like verse, bridge, chorus, but in a kind of dance sense. And I mean, a lot of the stuff that I'm writing as well, you're not pulling any punches here. A lot of it is very commercial, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing it. But at the same time, I would say getting, getting a kind of groovy track behind it all, is much the same kind of technique as doing an underground track. You know, the groove and everything like that all kind of has a common theme. It's just how you dress it up. If you're making a commercial track, there's a lot more bells and whistles, like we say, on it. Okay, so what's going on with the guitar here? Let's check this is laid in. Okay. Yeah. I've just copied the bass over there, which is a bit silly. Here we go. Copy the guitar over. Now, I normally color code these things to help. I really should do here. There we go. So. Ba, 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 ba. We don't need that section. We'll cut that little bit of riff off there. That's the perfect loop. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's me. If you look what I've done there, that's 3 sections there. Yeah, everything happens in 2s, 4s, 8s in dance music. 3 sections there of 4 bars each. And is that 4? But no, that's 3 sections of 8 bars each, sorry. Yeah, that's not ideal. I would say before the next kind of kick in the song. So I'm going to cut that down. And just... This is the bit where I find out what the difference between Logic 10 and Logic 9 is. There we go. Logic, yeah, cut section between locators. Still a similar command. Good. So after the last chorus, we're going to an 8-bar section now. Yeah, then the shakers come in here. Yeah, it's good to create levels using things like shakers because it, steps the track up to the next level, if you like. Adds a bit of looseness to the top end. And that was a live shaker that I put down that week. Yeah, then we're kicking in with the drums. Yeah, so I mean, when this gets vocalised, maybe someone will come back, whoever I used to get, and they'll say they want a section cut down, something a bit shorter, but I'm already hearing that's probably a bit long before we go to the next section, so let's just cut that out there as well. This is me just laying out a very rough format of the song, very important, okay? How long are we into the song? 2 minutes and 28. I mean, I would say as a general rule for dance music, the normal way to do it is having a big build-up, having a breakdown build-up section somewhere in the track, maybe twice in the track. That's quite common, in pop music, it's like verse, bridge, chorus, maybe a breakdown, middle eight, then double chorus to outro. That's the normal format for writing a pop song. But I think most dance songs, or supposed dance songs we hear in the charts, you know, or even in dance charts, are just pop records that I'm hearing, because they often follow a verse, bridge, chorus type format. That's what I'm saying. When you've got your track together, something that's good to do with it is to basically you know, get a verse, bridge, and chorus section together, or a, you know, kind of intro verse type vibe, then a riff, maybe something like that. Something that involves 3 sections, and you get that and you just spread it out 3 times. That normally gives you the bulk of the track, you know, and it's a good place to start. Then you can decide from there if you want to have like a breakdown section, something that's probably gonna, you know, take the track down so you can build it back up, because the whole tension and release thing is very important. That is dance music as well. You know, here we go. So, right, what else we got? Yeah. That's the second time that section's come up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in another riff, and I've got a kind of wee jazzy riff here I've got an idea for. I've got a keyboard down here, by the way. Anyway, you notice, get my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. Yes, indeed, the magical man himself, terrifying, the stuff of nightmares. Yes, indeed. And if you want to check out a video with this guy in it, go over to my site, hotknifeshouse.com. It's at the bottom of the screen, and that gives you a list of all my links to, you know, to my Spotify, YouTube, Mixcloud. I do a lot of mixes as well, mix CDs, or CDs, what are they? Yeah. And yeah, everything you want to know is on there. But anyway, right, who is on the chat here? Yep. Keep it coming. So, I've got a kind of idea for a riff here. It just comes to me. I mean, I think most good riffs you don't need to spend too long thinking about. They just seem to fit the track. They seem to be, part of the song naturally. It's almost like they were there to be discovered. I find that riffs, you know, sometimes even when I'm writing a song with somebody that, you know, I get a riff and I kind of turn around and start and they say, oh yeah, something like this. And just as they tell me what they're thinking, I'm thinking a very similar thing, because it's not because it's like, you know, linked by psychokinesis or anything like that. No, nothing at all. It's just because there's a lot of things that are quite typical in music, and you go along listening to so many of these things that ultimately they start to kind of take effect, you know, and when you're doing your own productions, you're getting influenced by these things. You're really just a vessel for all your influences. But anyway, I've got an idea for yeah, I quite like that. I just heard that riff in my head. You know. Problem is, because I'm not a keyboard player, by the time I go to press record, I've often forgotten what the riff is, or not, or how to play it. So I've got to hold my fingers down where the actual riff is getting played. So let's do this. Here we go. Normally what I do is I start the loop early if I'm playing something and just get in the swing of it so I can hit the ground running. Yeah, there we go. Here we go, so let's get this riff. Yeah, I quite like that with a bit of a jazzy feel to it. Yeah, something at the end there was quite cool. Yeah, I'm going to actually use a bit of that feel in there. That is the sound of aliens attacking, by the way. That is, of course, the Space Echo. Don't we love a Space Echo? Yes, I do. Tell you what I love about it as well. In a world where we're getting very, I mean, it's very digitally sounding reverbs and stuff and delays out there, and that just sounds really just nasty. It adds a kind of flavour on everything, makes everything gritty. That's what I like about it, man. It's got a real nice vibe to it. As does Iron Brew. Fantastic stuff. Drink at least 3 litres of it a day. I wish I was lying. Anyway, right, okay, so true. I quite like the sound of a kind of Rhodes, Fender Rhodes type, you know, or what's it called again? Wurlitzer, yeah, the Wurlitzer. I'm going to take out a couple of the bum notes because I like the feel of that, you know. Yes, when you've not set up the defaultness, it becomes annoying. Yeah, this one here sounds a wee bit weak. It sounds a bit fumbled. Gonna zone in, sort that one out at the moment. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's a cool riff, man. That's sort of a listen to that, you know. Yeah, cool. Nice one. So maybe doubling that with a kind of synth or something might be quite nice as well. Let's get a synth in there. Synthesizer. Right, okay, I'm just into the Logic sounds here. Who knows what I'll find. But they're often good sounds in these kind of preset patches. Not that. I want something kind of moogie, kind of, you know, something that kind of talks quickly, kind of. Not that. That'd be nice if it maybe wasn't the notes weren't bleeding into each other, because I think that's why it's creating that kind of, you know, the notes kind of blend into one, and that makes use of the glide sound in the synthesizer. Then what we want is something that maybe speaks a bit quicker, a bit funkier. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, if we're doing something that funky, the timing needs to be right on. Which is not in that, obviously. So let's see if that works, actually. That'd be quite... Yeah, we can actually program in something really funky over one bar, and then we'll spread it out over the next few bars. It's always good. Yeah, just get one really nailed, one really good time in MIDI, but one exactly the way you want it, and then just repeat it out. How's that sitting? Did I just manage to mute every track there? I think I did, actually. That's quite a talent, isn't it? Yeah, like I say, sticking to it. My excuse. I've accidentally switched on some guitar parts here, which I'm going to need to switch off. Yeah. Yep, bam, bam, bam. Okay, so that's about out of time. I'm not like that. I want to tighten up. Yeah, I'm I'm going to move the timing of these notes here. I don't like to put things right on the grid often. It's like, you know, if you listen to a lot of old hip hop stuff, in particular guys like Jay Dilla, if you know who I'm talking about, they would basically, I mean, Jay Dilla would write beats into his Akai controller, and they were always seeming like they were about to fall apart. There's a real kind of funky way of writing things. I like the idea of things sitting, you know, a bit behind the beat and a bit kind of even, you know, just a bit loose, like as if they're going to fall apart at the end of each bar, and then coming back to on the one, funking on the one, as they say. So, let's see what we got here. If I move these back ever so slightly, the idea is that I'm just going to make it a bit funkier. Now, let's see, can I access the whole delay, channel delay there? Yes, I can. So, or can I? No, I don't think it's going to allow me. If I could have done that all at the same time there, that would have made it funkier, but let's see. No, it's not what I play well now. If I actually physically moved it back here, just a midgie's ball here, technical term. Yeah. It just sits behind the beat. It sits a bit funkier now. You know what I mean? It gets a bit more attitude. Move some of these about. I'm just going to experiment with these notes, the timing a bit, to get something that really kind of sounds funky. Right, I still want them back a bit. Still need. Yeah, I'll probably mess around with that for a bit. That random guitar solo happening there. Yeah, I'm moving back a wee bit. I just. There we go, so. Yeah, okay, good. Anyway, right, so, like I was going to tell you about earlier now, risers and, you know, kind of explosions, things like that, almost the things that create the idea of air moving in the background. Very important. Now, the place, if I can just get my samples loaded up here, I've already saved a bunch of my own kind of downloaded samples in the one place online here on my Splice account. I'm just going to show you. I do love Splice. It makes things easy. Some people get all wee concerned about the fact that they're not making things from the ground up. It's effectively like prefabricated bits you're putting together. I mean, you could actually make a track completely copyright free from Splice, as I once found out. It left me feeling quite, I don't know, I didn't know how I felt about the fact that I could just literally throw a bunch of loops together off a Splice, type in the key, type in the beats per minute, and then, you know, I had everything I needed for a track. Interestingly enough, but, you know, one would be cynical, you know, and say that you could probably make tracks like that, but I try to do, I want to put my own self into tracks. I think things like bass line and riffs and kind of general things that actually, I would say, make a difference to the overall track are very important. Things like, let's say, chords, riffs, anything to do with kind of melodic things. Anyway, so right, the risers that I've got loaded in, let's see what I have loaded in to my Splice. Okay, right, all downloads, yes, in my download, in my FX risers, these sounds, bit of rhythm to that. It's quite nice, but anyway, not something we can use. Unless something's at 126, we can't use it. Yeah, stuff like that. That's excellent. That's a very typical kind of riser sound. We're going to use that. Yeah, so I'm going to effectively create a wind channel, if you like, and that's going to be in it, yeah. Yeah, we like that. So what else have we got? Very hard house, that one. Well, there we go. That's always handy. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a minute. Uplift. These are all very similar kind of noises. Yeah. That's good. I like that one. Wee bit of an immediacy. It all kind of sucks in at the end. That's good for really creating tension in a song. What else have we got here? Yeah, all these kind of gas escaping type noises. Convert file. Yes. Here we go. Okay, so we've got a few samples in here to use anyway. Oh, Ibiza! Yeah, maybe not what we're needing. Or would it work? Maybe it would. Let's have a wee listen. We could do with a wee drum loop in there. Yeah, 126 BPM. Where was we? Yeah, okay, I think that sample sounds alright. Good to lead into sections. Yeah, drum loops. I quite like some of the build-up loops. They're quite handy because often they're well. You know, we all know how a drum build-up goes. Digga 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 digga. You know, whatever it is. But all these kind of prefabricated samples have got a lot of kind of phaser and stuff on them, and often can sound quite cool, I find. So anyway, right. Let's see how that sits out. About a place. Yeah, I think that's about a place. That. There's too much of an EDM type sound to work in that track, so we'll not be using that. But anyway, these kind of build up and, you know, take down type sound. Yeah, I quite like starting a track, you know, adding a bit of this, like I say, this ambience in the background. Now, if I start a track here with a bit of this, too loud there, obviously. Take it right down. Here we go. Now, what I'm going to do with that as well, and I really like this, and it's used a lot, but I'm just going to see if this works, because last week I tried it when I was going live here. For some reason, it wasn't giving me the sidechain, but tonight it's giving me the sidechain. Brilliant. Okay, sidechain compression. Very important when you're doing a lot of tracks, especially dance track. And I go back and I'm always talking about that song, Call On Me. But it is an example of sidechain compression as well. So everything pumps around the beat, you know. So what we're going to do here in Logic, sidechain compression. Let me show you how this is done. Right. So we need something for it to pump around. We need something to trigger that kind of, you know, basically where the music cuts. That kind of, bum, 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 that kind of, you know, like I say, pumping effect. So I've put a compressor on this channel that's got all of our kind of whooshing noises and stuff. Now the natural one's to trigger that from a bass drum channel. I don't know if I've got a straight bass drum channel because it was more or less just loops that we were using. Yeah, so I need something that's just an actual kind of bass drum channel or a kind of sample in general. Here we go. So if I go into this channel and I put up ultra beat, something really short like a rim shot would be good for this. So look up standard kind of kit. Go rock, that'll be fine. Yep. I'm going to create a channel. I'm not going to be a channel I'm actually going to use in the track, but this will trigger our sub or side chain, like I call it. So I just want a short sample. Yeah, a rim shot's good because rim shot's quite a short sound. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I need to really sort out the defaults on this. Anyway, there we go. I believe that should be right. Anyway. Yep, so let's set this again. Like I say, it's not my normal program, and you can tell. So I'm going to make this on every beat. This is going to create now. Yeah. There we go. That's just a rim shot sound, but what I'm going to do, I need to route that, for whatever reason, I need to route that to a bus. Okay, a bus is just like a kind of collective area where things get put through. It's like a kind of group channel, more or less. But you use buses for effects, sends and things. But all throughout the track, we're going to have this click. But I'm not going to actually have the audio switched on for that. First off, I'm going to label the track so I don't get lost in it. So call it chain click. Just helps me differentiate. Now you can see what's happening up there. Anyway, right, so I'm going to send this on a send to bus. We'll say bus 20. Bus 20, there we go. I'm going to switch bus 20 off. In fact, I might even just send the whole thing into 20. Yeah, I'm going to route that channel into a bus, and then that bus is going to be used to control the sidechain. A wee bit of a convoluted way of doing things, but bear with me because this will be handy. There we go, bus 20. So that's going into bus 20. So all going well, we should be able to access that from our hissing channel here. One that's going to create all the tension. Yeah, there's a compressor there. This is the compressor on the channel that has that kind of hissing noise in it. Then we're going to take a side chain, which is up here, from bus 20. This should work. Yeah, there we go. So what that is doing there is causing this to pump, because this has a... If I was to put that sound on, we don't want the sound on, obviously, but that's feeding this side chain, as you call it, which means every time that sound, hits, then the compressor closes down the sound, then it opens up around it, so it creates this pumping effect to which you can set your attack and release. Listen to what I'm doing here. Yeah, so there we go, folks. Yeah, no, I like that. I put on a big reverb on that as well. Just makes it sound really nice and big. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make up a whole bus, which is a whole group channel, where they can basically route all these sounds through, so that it creates that pumping effect. So I'm going to have an actual group channel with that sidechain effect on it. Then I can route through any guitars, anything like that at all. It just gives it a nice pumping effect. Too much of it can fatigue the ears, but in this case, let's just throw this in. So, right. Plus 21. There we go. I'm going to call this... I like to label all my group channels with capital letters. It just helps me differentiate between the group channels and the channels on the actual kind of individual strip channels. So I'm going to put this into... I've now created a whole channel that has that, and then I'm going to put this... anything I want to go into that kind of pumping effect, I'm going to route into this channel with it on here. And I like the reverbs to go through the actual the pumping channel as well. It just makes it sound really cool. There we go, the chain, and yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's creating a space in the mix. Yeah. Yeah, that's like being down at the beach, innit? You know, that's the effect that I'm going for. Oh, who's saying this? Hey, a Hotknife, hi chat, that's Aroin. Tell me if I got that right. Say, yo, Adam, what's happening? What are you up to? Are you a producer yourself? Tell us a bit about yourself. Anyway, okay, so, like I say, I've got this kind of, you know, almost waves-like noise, a high-end noise, and this is going to provide the depth in the track. Oops. Take your head off as well when you don't have that sidechain compressor. And getting triggered. Here we go. Have a listen. Yeah, so that kind of sound, we like that. That gives a bit of depth to the track. I'm going to add a few channels of similar sounds building up and kind of coming down, but all those, I'm going to put that throughout the track, and it's just going to pump away in the background. It's quite in the distance. A lot of reverb on it. Turn that guitar off at the moment. Adam, a guitarist, good man, much like myself. Anyway, but I'm going to turn off that chain. Didn't mean to have that side chain on there. Here we go. Like I say, that side chain is very important to kind of give us the sound of that pumping, you know. Yeah, love it. Yep, so we're going to use a lot of these sounds in the background, but if you've just joined us, let me give you a wee listen to the track. This is a track I'm working on. This is something that basically just made a few weeks ago when I started it. This is the third session we've spent on this track. I've not actually worked on this track outside of the session at all. The Hotknife's House Live broadcast that you're tuned into. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on a wee second here. Small streamer supporter. Still here enjoying the stream. Respect. I hope you're still watching if it becomes a big stream as well. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, right, so this is a track that I've basically been creating over the last couple of weeks. This is a little ditty I've called Shizzle. Here we go. Goodness me, that was the church bells waking us all up there. Yeah, indeed. Okay, but it's live. We are live, indeed. So, let's sort that out. Right, so that was my space guitar, which has become a guitar from hell, I think. There, let me have a wee listen to that, see why that is. Yeah, see what's happened here. It's going to turn on. Yes, indeed. Right, so Aram, you were asking there, any chance to hear it dry? I take it you mean those guitars there that had all that delay on them? Yeah, I mean, if I play that to you actually, here's the guitar I prepared earlier. There we go. Yeah, and if actually, I believe that is plugged in. Yeah, let's just get this plugged in now. Endless reverb, endless. Not what I was looking for. So, what is the chords there? Let me just remind myself here. Yeah, I think it's really like a. Yeah, there we go. Right, I think that's. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Let me just work with that. I believe that's a kind of minor 9 chord. That's what it is. 9 chord is your kind of well, sharp 9's your Hendrix chord. You know what? 9 chords are very funky. But what I then do, you barn the top 3 strings, you do that, but move the first finger back when that creates that minor, which really gives a real nice kind of spacey, floaty feeling. Is what I'm looking for that bit of the track. But so it's like a. Yes. I think you do hear it right there, Aaron. Good. Well spotted, yeah. And a half diminished. Yes, indeed. Someone knows their theory. Well done. Good stuff. Yeah, indeed. So there we go. Anyway, but the rest of it, I'm using a lot of kind of funky, kind of Nile Rodgers type stuff. Double track, let me say, which gives it really that kind of flavour. So, right, I was talking about these build-up effects. You hear now, I've created a group track that has that, what you call sidechain compressor on it. Right, these guitars here, these kind of funky guitars, I think I might put them through that sidechain as well. Just want to check and see what other guitars that I've got through there. That's good. Space guitar. Okay, so these guitars, I'm going to route this through the sidechain and see how that turns out. It should give us quite a nice effect. Here we go. Okay, go. Yeah, it doesn't really make too much of a difference in it, but it's dipping a wee bit, but still makes it kind of funky. These things are often quite subtle when you put them in tracks, and that really makes it nice and, yeah, vibey. You know what I mean? It makes the whole thing pulse along without even realising it's a kind of subtle effect. A lot of things that you do in music productions are very subtle, and that's when you know you're getting really kind of creative with your stuff, I think. Getting all the meat and potatoes down first, that's important. One, two, 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Back again. Yes, indeed. And to the makers of the Rowan Studio Capture sound card, fuck you. I've got another one of yours lined up here anyway. No, but in all seriousness, yeah. Something I find as well. See, my Mac, it's getting a bit older these days, a 2012 model, and a wee bit of bugs happening here and there that wouldn't have normally. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I wonder if they're actually just kind of, yeah, trying to force me on a new machine. Who knows? But anyway, right, back to where we were. Yep. Sidechain compression. Here we go. Right, okay. Anyway, right, so guys, get on the chat there. Tell me what's happening. Who's happening? What are you doing? Tell me. Over here, right, there we go. Glad to still have audio here. Say yo. Say yo. Okay. Yes, indeed. What are you up to tonight? Not why are you up to tonight? What are you up to? What's happening? You enjoying the show? Is there anything you'd like to see me doing on Twitch here? Just give us an idea, because I'm always on the hunt for ideas. I normally do every week a broadcast where I talk about a song that I've made. I work through it. The last couple of weeks we're doing a track that's just from the ground up. It's definitely going to get used, you know, so I'm thinking that, yep, we can continue with it. Now, I am actually just talking. That was good filler chat there, because what has actually happened was that Logic had crashed and I'd reset it in the background. So there we go. We can return to Logic. Ta-da! There we go. Getting better at this streaming thing. I'll be like some old 70s BBC host in no time. As long as the sound doesn't keep going. Anyway, more Iron Brew, very importantly. Let's get this tune on again. Here we go. Yeah, something needs sorted out in there. But anyway, we're talking about a sidechain thing. Check this, man. Now try it with the shakers. Shakers are quite effective through a sidechain. So there they are on their own. Very wet shakers indeed. As in Verbi. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that through the sidechain that I have set up here. So I route the output then into this group channel where the compressor is ducking. Then when I switch on this, it doesn't make too much difference. As opposed to going jagga 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 jagga, it's a jagga 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 jagga. It makes it pulse a wee bit, and that's what all these things. If you add them all together, they all pulse together, then they really create this sound. You know. turn that guitar down a wee bit. Yep. Thank you for joining me, Aaron. A pleasure, my man. Arrived at the venue. Have a wonderful gig. Nice one. Let's know how that gig goes, because I will be here every Friday, 8 PM, talking you through my tracks and tracks that I've just created on the spot, much like this one. This is live. We are talking about Hotknife's house. Yes, indeed. Every Friday, 8 PM. Anyway, so continue with this sidechain thing. I need to sort that guitar out because it's going to do my nut in. But anyway, I'm going to add a few other kind of wee tops and bits and pieces. Yeah, I'm just going to make this repeatable. The slightly different length, the other ones there, but there we go. Right. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Anyway, one of the things that I love to use to take us into sections, I mean, most dance songs will happen in 8-bar sections. You can see the progression there, even on the chart there. Yeah, just, we like to add in loops, and then eventually I think you really kind of, you work up to the hi-hat, the real kind of high-end kind of stuff, because when that hi-hat comes in, that's when the party starts, I think, in most dance music. Okay. So another one of my favourite all-time sounds, I pretty much use it in everything, and this is going back to things like, Strawberry Fields by the Beatles had a lot of backwards cymbals in it and stuff like that, and that really creates quite a cool, real kind of interesting, it sucks you into the next section. I'll show you what I mean if I can find the bloody symbol. I don't know if I actually have it on this side of my computer. My favourite symbol. Where are you? This is it. Yeah. There we go. There we go. That is like the most used sample I think ever in the studio here. Because it sounds great though, it just works with everything. I'll show you what I mean here. Put this on its own. I'm going to name the track. Yeah, B-words sim. Yep. Then we're going to use that just to take us into sections here. This is like I say, I use this to death. I would say it's a signature sound. I like the idea of having a palette of sounds that I go back to and use, it gives a style. I think that's something I was talking about earlier on today, but if you use the same sounds not all the time, but, it's like you hear songs in the charts and stuff, dance records, there would be one song that came out, big track, and then they would have almost like the same palette of sounds getting used for a similar follow-up track. And people like those sounds, so why not revisit them, and if there's sounds that you like yourself, then often, using the same sounds becomes a kind of stamp, if you like, I wouldn't say any of these sounds are particularly original, but when you put them all together as, the way you do things as yourself, then it becomes a kind of original, whatever that means. Nothing's truly original. But anyway, this symbol here, backward symbol, have a listen. But there's two things happening there. Obviously, there was that kind of that background. So if we turn off that whooshing noise, I'll just let you hear this one that's on. Yeah. This is a real cool sound. You can do that with backwards guitar sound as well. That can sound really killer. In fact, I might show you that, just doing that and just to finish off. But this sound, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the actual, the fade in here. I'm going to have quite a slow fade in, and then I'm going to pump it up at the last bit. You see here how this sucks into the song. You can make it more dramatic by moving that line there as well. Here we go. Yeah, that's cool, man. That really sucks us in. Yeah. 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 I am going to show you something as well. This is an old G-Man favourite. I like to use it. I probably overuse it. I shouldn't be telling you all my favourites here. I'm giving all the game away. I'm not bothered, man. If you can use these things in your own productions, then great. But I'm going to show you me putting in a backwards guitar. This is cool as. I've built it up now. That's the bit when the sound card starts messing up, mate. I'll be pure raging. Anyway, right, talking about being pure raging, I can't actually find the plectrum here. I have an endless supply of plectrums everywhere I don't use them, which is part of the problem. Any one time I look for one, it's not there. Oh, there we go, underneath my mixer. Perfect. A Jim Dunlop plectrum. Okay, so what we're going to do... Yeah. To finish off tonight on Hotknife's House, thank you very much for tuning in, by the way, guys. And I'll be here every week, 8 PM, remember, so I look forward to joining you. I think we probably can wrap this song as well tonight until we get it vocalised. Very important to be in tune, by the way. You can't really, you know, tune a guitar after you've recorded it. Right, so I want quite a nasty sound on this. Now the key of the song as well is so we're in A. Now I'm going to get a real heavy guitar sound on this. I want something really nasty. What kind of guitar sounds are we in here? Grunge, distorted guitar, there we go. I want a kind of real classic, kind of, you know, kind of Marshall sound. That's a wee bit too like Mesa Boogie. Mesa Boogie's a bit nasty, aren't you? You'll see why in a minute, why I need that kind of British metal. See something? That's actually ideal, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's go into the amp simulator sounds. Oh, horrible, horrible bit of delay about to kick in there. Yeah. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to record this guitar, and then I'm going to reverse it, and it's going to provide a kind of a lead in, almost like a kind of a... Well, I'll show you. Here we go. First I'll record 2 guitar chords. We're in A, yeah, good. Here we go. And I'm going to do that again. Right, cool, that's enough of that, because what I'm going to do, I bounce that channel down, and then I'm going to reverse this, and you'll see how this works, man. This is going to be cool. Bounce track in place, yes, thank you. Just replace the track, yep. Oh. There we go. It's working its magic. There we go. So, what I do with that file now? Edit that file. I want to reverse that file. This is me actually learning as I go as well here, because I'm actually, like I say, I use Logic 9. So this Logic 10 is still a bit of teething. That's why I've always been frightened to move to. As I say, if something's fast and it works for you, then why dick about with something else? You might as well just make sure that you can do things, you can do them quick Because when you switch your left doing like I am at the moment, going, how do I move that around there? Feeling as if you've just started on the actual track. But anyway, let's see, how do I reverse? See, this is what I need to do when I'm on Logic 10. Check it up, quick help. Okay, reverse. We want to reverse that sample. No results found. Very strange. Right, here we go. How disappointed. If anyone knows Logic and they can tell me how to do the reverse on this, that'd be fantastic. Like I say, the other version of Logic I use, I am so much quicker at. But this is just means to an end because this is where I actually stream from online. But anyway, right. Yeah, find that out in due course. But yeah, in short, what I normally do is I'll reverse that audio, and then from there, you'll then be able to it kind of fade it in. So it gives this kind of sound like it's almost like a, yeah, as if it's coming to get you, and that's just really good for taking us into different sections. Now, is that going to work for me? Am I pissing in the wind? Yes, I think I am. Anyway, okay then, but enough of that, right? So I'm probably going to leave it at that for this week as far as this song goes. We're going to other stuff to look at. I'm going to start on a remix next week as well on my live stream that I've been working on. But this at the moment, I would say, has pretty much got what we need, and I have a listen to it throughout. Okay, one last time, guys. And bear in mind, this is only about 2.5 hours working on it or so, realistically. Hello guys, how we doing? So there we go. Yep, back on. My sound card is going to get strangled tonight. But anyway, yep, good stuff. Thank you very much for joining me. Okay, and we're going to be here every Friday, 8 p.m. Remember, okay? Next week I'll be doing something different. That's all the work I'm going to be doing on that track. That is all that needs is a vocal. Got a couple of people in mind to do that. And that track will be good to go. Don't need to overcomplicate it. Everything I would think of putting in is in there. Hopefully you get something from that in your own music productions as well. But remember, every Friday 8 p.m. GMT, join us. That would be wonderful. And thank you to the folks that have been hosting for me. Absolutely brilliant, guys. And yeah, I think we're just going to raid a channel here now. So thank you very much, guys. You have been wonderful. And I will see you next week, Friday 8 p.m. Here we go. Cheers, guys.